Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to get notifications for when we go live 30 minutes after market close, Monday through Friday. We post videos on the weekend. Tap the bell. We got content, a bunch of content on here. If you're new to options, if you're experienced with options, we have a wide range of people here. If you're not yet a member of our free options trading group, the link is below. Also is the link to our Discord. If you're here right now, say what up. See a bunch of people in here. Linda, Keith, Carmine, Crypto Slice, Hamed, FC, Karan got paid. Nice. Nice. Ray Lee. Scott Kim. What's going on here? What's going on, everyone? Daniel Edwards. Eamon, what's going on? Tim, Jeff. Got paid. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. If it's your first time here, say what up. Want to meet you. Don't hide in the back. We see you. We want to meet you. Get involved with the UVH fam here. Great community people, great family people. Everyone here just wants to help. This channel is about positivity, no negativity. Let's keep it rolling. Even when we lose, we learn from that. But we just want to keep the positive. We want to keep the positivity rolling because, at the end of the day, there's enough negativity in the world. We don't need to add more fuel to the fire. We don't need to add more negativity. Everyone here sometimes, we have super green days, and some of us get paid a lot of money, and then some of us lose a lot of money on those days. And it's about positivity. Richard, thank you for the $10, man. Appreciate it. Got paid. A lot of people got paid. Billy, what's going on? Baron. Keith, don't think I learn anymore. We're always learning. I'm learning. Joshua got paid. Yeah, you did. Tobin, I got paid this week and today. Billy Jadowski. Nice, man. Full room today. You guys didn't ditch me on a nice Friday. Actually, in Chicago here, it's above 40 degrees. I just got a t-shirt on. It's insane. It's above 40 degrees. People are out sun tanning. They're out walking their dogs. It's insane. It's nuts. But yeah, it's definitely next week. It's going to be nice getting back to a full week. This week and last week, I only traded Wednesday through Friday. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough to cram like that, So next week, we have a full week for once. I closed my first credit spread. Nice, Ray Lee, good. Almost 70. Yeah, you guys are. Micah says, I know, Mikey, you're from Chicago. It's nice today. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Any time that it's above 40 degrees in Chicago in January, you got to be thankful. But at the same time, you got to be very careful because tomorrow or the next day, it could be below zero for the next 8 weeks, and it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, Carmine's from Chi-Town too. So yeah, don't think that this is free. Take it easy, Linda. Keith has 81 in Florida where I delivered today. Nice. Did you see GLD? GLD's down $1. Yes. Do you see that? Anyways, let's get to what we're going to get to here. Go over the trades. I apologize. I didn't have time to post my trades today. Was kind of active. Today we closed the day up $73 per account. However, uh-oh. What's going on here? Coding. Hold on, guys. Definitely apologize. What the? What in the world? Hold on. Man, terrible. Are we there? You guys here? What is going on? All right. Coding overload. Now this is terrible. Definitely terrible. Call my IT guy. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, guys. All right. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Okay, so my wire bust. Call my IT guy. Jeez, this is so bad. This is so bad. Definitely apologize, guys. It's the Mac. The Mac. Video's lagging, but audio seems okay. Time to take the Mac to the river and do it. The Mac is it's like not. It's not working. It's not working. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, I don't know. This is like the worst stream. This is like the worst stream ever. I definitely apologize. If this is your first time hearing me, I definitely apologize for this. I don't know what's going on. My Mac just decided to not want to do what I wanted to do. Let's see here if I can. It like doesn't even want to open. Must be the AMD processor. Oh, so embarrassed. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, the Mac has a. I mean, it's got an i7 processor. I mean, I've had problems. I had problems with the stream before, but never like this. I mean, this is like. I can't even use my computer. Like, I can't even. Can't. Well. Okay, you guys. Yeah, Max have intel. Yeah, can I use my? I can't use it's not clicking. It's not clicking on anything. It's still loading all the messages. Still looks like I'm getting real-time messages from you guys. I don't know. Whoa. It's going nuts. The Mac is turned up and just doing what it wants to do. It's definitely embarrassing. Let's see here. Let's close out. Okay. Are we back? Okay. I think we're back. I think the issue was because I had Discord open. It was trying to, I don't know. I think it was trying to do something on Discord. So, all right. If you guys can see me, say what up. Definitely apologize. I mean, there's like a bunch of people watching this right now. It's just like destroyed my stream. Anyways, let's see if we can. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, Daniel, thanks for confirming. Okay, so we're up $73 in the day per account. I was up around 200 something. Makes me think of Zoolander when they start eating the computer like monkeys. Yeah, I think what happened was I had Discord open and it was trying to stream, and then the Mac said no. I should have closed Discord before I started the stream. I didn't realize that Discord was open, and it was going to cause that much problems. But thank you guys for being patient with me. How much RAM do you have in your computer? It's got 16 gigs. But my new PC that I bought, the custom PC I bought, has 32 gigs of RAM, i9 processor, and unfortunately is still sitting on the ground in the box unopened since like last week. But anyway, so we're up $73 on the day. We made some good money in IBM. We made some good money in Microsoft. And where we gave back some of those gains was my day trades on Apple, Amazon, and Baba. So let's get to it. Baba, we closed out this morning, just so you know. So this morning, yesterday we opened a Baba position, a Strangle 126 put, and the 132 call. And as you can see right here, I mean, Baba's now trading at 139. Yesterday, just to kind of recap, I also did buy another 126 put because I was very long delta going into close yesterday. So I bought one more put. Obviously, that didn't work out. But if you add up, I closed out my Baba Strangle for 293 today, this morning at open, right at open. Obviously, we would have made a lot more money. We would have made a lot more money, but the thing is, today was expiration, and you don't want to play like too crazy. You don't want to get too crazy with it, because if it gaps up and then goes down to like 130, you instantly lose. Like, you don't want to play with that too much. I mean, obviously, like, hey, why didn't you just hold on to it and go up to 139? Because nobody knew it was going to go up to 139 and 140 today, you know. And my mentality is, you're trading expiration Friday. It goes in your favor. It gaps up right at open. You're profitable. Take the money. You can always do something else later, right? So this trade cost me 129 plus 143. 29 was 143. 272. 129. Sorry, 129 plus 43, not 143. So this trade cost me 172. I sold it for 293. 293 minus 172. You know, so we made 121 on it. But we did give some money back on the. We'll get to the mentality of why I add this put here. We did lose. We did give back 40 later in the day. So really, on the Baba trade all day is where we gave back some gains. I actually made $80. I made $80 per account on Baba all day. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining. We were definitely up more. Then Apple, we'll talk about Apple. We'll talk about after we discuss the winner trades. And IBM was our other winning trade. So my two major trades today that made the most money was IBM and Baba. So on IBM this morning, to give you some quick context, on January 2nd, so Wednesday, I bought the 114 put and the 116 call for $1.42. IBM went down yesterday. So I sold the 114 put when IBM was having a hard time going below 113 here. I sold the 114, so I broke my strangle. So I sold it. I got back $1.32. So I only had $10 risk going into that. But then what I did was I kept the 116 call, and then I bought yesterday 2 more 116 calls for 16 cents. So I averaged in. So I had $10 of the risk. I bought 2 more calls for $16. So I was holding three. Calls, as you can see here, at 116, and then I sold both those. I mean, I sold all 3 of those this morning for 42 cents. So that one's a little confusing. Matthew, don't worry, you're late. I actually spent half the stream trying to figure out how to use my Mac. So this order here is complex. In terms of calculating the gains, because I broke apart my original strangle. So let's do the math here real quick. So it cost me $1.42 once, and then it cost me 16 cents twice. So then I paid $1.74 for this, so $174. So I paid $174 for the strangle, and then when I bought additional 116 calls, so 174, and then I sold it to, so 42 times 3, it's 126 plus 132, so 258 minus 174. So I made an additional $84 on this trade. So made an additional $84 on this trade. I did something like FC says, I did something rare. I usually don't break apart my strangles, but I did in this case, and then I averaged down the calls so that way I could make money. I could make money faster, or get back to break even, or make more money faster when it does rip up, because it did look like it wanted to rip up, and obviously it did rip up yesterday, and then at close yesterday it just kind of faded. Which wasn't good, but then we had a pretty major gap up. The reason why I sold this today is, if you're looking at today's chart, it was really struggling here for a while at 116, and like I said here, so I sold these today at 901. So at 901, right up in here, it was hitting 116 pretty good. I took it off because, again, these expire today. You don't want to play. Like, if it wasn't going to go in the money, I was going to lose. And you'll see on my Apple trade where that came true. You'll see on Baba trade where that came true as well. I also did an Amazon trade, but we'll talk about that in a second. But so on expiration Friday, when you're trading things that expire today, like if this pulled back to like 115 or 114, I would not have made any money on that trade, and it would have been all that work for nothing, So I sold it right in here, right at 901. So right on this ticker was kind of bouncing. And I was like, all right, well, we'll take the risk off. We have some other things rolling, and do it that way. So like I said, like some of my trades, some of the trades that I do come together over many trades. Like this trade, I mean, it took me 1, 2, 3 trades, 4 trades to get this whole plan together, to get profitable, to get to where I wanted to go. I had a neutral strangle, so I didn't have a bearish strangle on it. I knew that I wasn't going to make a lot of money, but at the same time, I was reacting to the market. So that's why I traded it this way. So when I put a trade on, sometimes the trade plan can change and adjust depending on what other trades I have added to my portfolio or what the market decides to do in that time frame. Now, Apple, Amazon, and Baba are all trades that went to zero. And I told you guys on a Wednesday that I would categorize myself as a swing trader, but I'm looking to due to the volatility, get more into day trading. And this was one of those trial and error type of things, So Apple, let's look at these Apple orders here. Apple. So yesterday morning at 8:57 a.m., I bought 2 150 calls on Apple after Apple tanked on that order. So half an hour into close yesterday, half an hour into open, so somewhere around here when it looked like it wanted to ramp up, and then it came down, it ramped up, and then it just sold off. So really, when I bought it, really didn't go anywhere when I bought it yesterday, and I bought those for 32 cents. And then as you can see how much that went against me. I then averaged down again for the first time at 16 cents. So it originally cost 32 cents. I bought 2 of them. Then I bought 2 more of them at 16 cents. And then this morning I bought 7 more for 3 cents. And I missed my opportunity to get out break even. I should have got out break even. And it's bad. It's bad that I did this. I think the lesson was that in my mind, I calculated that because I made other gains, and even if all these other trades go to zero, I would still be profitable on the day. And that exactly happened. Like all those day trades went to zero, and I was still profitable on the day. But what did I learn from that? What I learned from that is I had the chance to get out break even or for a small loss in Apple, and I chose not to. I chose to let it ride. And then today, as you guys know, it really, like Apple went up pretty quick. It went up from 143 up to 148. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just have some pullback, maybe just kind of chill and go back up to 150. But as you know, if you're trading, as like I told you at the beginning of the stream, or the beginning of this recap, was if you're trading on expiration Friday, and these expire today. So I started the position yesterday, and these expire today. This is why you got to be careful with expiration Friday. Even though we were grinding up higher, closer to the 150, I thought maybe we were going to burst through. We were grinding up higher, but the options were getting cheaper. The options were becoming less and less because we were getting closer to expiration. We're getting closer to 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Whatever time. 3 p.m. Central is the market close here. 4 p.m. is Eastern time. So on expiration Friday, the closer you get to expiration and the less likely you are to hit it. Theta is just whacking you down, down, down. Even if you're going closer, like we were going closer, and as theta gets stronger, you need a bigger move for you to get back to break even. And up in here, where it was touching 148, we had the opportunity to get out break even, and we didn't because what I did then, I was like, okay, well, if we're going to ride Apple to zero, we're going to get some protection in here. So we're going to get some downside protection. So I added Amazon and Baba. So within about an hour. So Amazon, I bought the 1500 put because I thought maybe we were going to go up and we'd have some downside. We'd have some downside protection if we kind of move down. I needed like Amazon to move down 20 to 30 points to make some money on it. It did move 75 today, but there was no, it didn't really come down. When I realized that Amazon wasn't going to work out, I then added, like an hour later, I added Baba. I added the 138 put. So as you can see here, 55 cents and 40 cents here. There's $90 in here. These two positions day trading. So this is why you got to be very careful day trading, and why I'm also day trading very small. But this is why I don't like to go big on day trades, especially when you're day trading expiration Friday. So, as I'm trialing out day trading in this environment, I'm keeping my risk low. But as you can see, based on this, you can see how quickly you can lose. So here, I lost $95 per account for my gains, mainly just because I placed these trades. I think they were the right ideas. They were good ideas. So I bought this 138 put on BABA to protect me, to protect Apple, because I thought maybe we would come down, and BABA did come down. It went from 141. It did come down to 138.66, and I thought maybe, okay, if we can come down to 137, 136 range, we'll get some money back on Apple. But the thing is about that is the day trade. We hit the day trade too late on this. As you can see, BABA flattened out the whole rest of the day. After we had this ramp up, it flattened out the whole rest of the day. It was moving $1 to $2 and wasn't going anywhere. It did look like, if you're looking at this chart like this, it looks like it does. Hey, it looks like it's getting weaker, but really wasn't really that weak. Now in hindsight, it double tapped down here a couple times and then it went back up. So this is definitely the people that are new to trading, like, definitely take these as lessons. Like, if you're day trading and you're like, oh man, I'm just gonna get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, like, it's a lot. I would say day trading, for me personally, I mean, it could be different for everybody in here, but day trading is definitely a lot harder. And also, I generally don't like to babysit my positions. I like to put positions on. I like to eat lunch in peace. I like to do things. I don't like to be at my desk and be like, okay, well, if this doesn't work out, and try to do this, because then you tend to overtrade. Because I was trading Apple the way that I traded it, instead of taking it off at break even, I was forced to enter. When I say forced, I mean my plan changed, and I was trying to protect what I was losing. Instead, we lost an additional $95 out of today's gain. So, we were up, I closed up $73 in the day per account, but we were up like $250-ish per account, which is like, it's $1,000. That's $1,000 day. I mean, that's $1,000 day. And instead we're closing up, 73. What's 73 times 4? I mean, 73. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not complaining. 73 times 4 is 292. I mean, I'm not complaining about $292 gain. I'm not at all. But in hindsight, like, where I messed up, like my swing trades, I nailed IBM. Yesterday, I nailed Microsoft. I nailed BABA's swing trade. And then when it came down to the day trades, Apple was a day trade that I should have closed out yesterday, and I carried it over today. And look at what the mess that caused me, because I carried over that day trade into today. That day trade caused me, I mean, when I say caused me, I mean, I inflicted my own pain. I bought Amazon and BABA, and I averaged down, and my average on Apple, after I came down, my average was 9 cents. It went up to 10 cents. I should have got out. Like, if you're looking at these Apple calls here, kind of helps you see what the price was on these Apple calls. Day trading is definitely very dangerous, and it's also a lot harder. So if you're like new to trading, you're day trading, trying to be like, I want to get in, get out, get in, get out. It's not that easy. It's not, especially when there's extreme volatility. And yes, we did just grind higher, but there's always the unknown of what if it stays flat, and you needed to do it. You need to do it in the time that you allotted for it. And today, obviously, wasn't enough time. So, my average was 9 cents starting at 8.48. When it spiked up to 12 cents, that was my chance. I got another chance here. Look, it spiked up to 10 cents. That was my chance there. Spiked up to 10 cents again. There's my chance. So, like, I don't feel bad. Like, don't feel bad that when you lose things like that, because you could get angry at this. You could take it as a lesson. I'm definitely taking it as a lesson, and moving forward, you gotta be careful that the market gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chances to get out. And what did I do? I did not. It gave me 5 chances. It says, hey, Nick, you got 5 chances to get out break even right now. 5 chances is way more than enough. I had 5 chances to get out break even. Obviously, if I didn't average down my position, it never even came close to 30 cents. So I guess averaging down this morning was good when it was only like 2 and 3 cents. We nailed that. I guess it would have been a good day trade if you bought the 150 calls this morning at like 3 cents, 3 cents, like when I was buying them. and then it ramped up to 12 cents, that would have been a good trade. But because I carried over baggage and I was trying to salvage a trade, it turned out not to be a good trade. And, well, I mean, it was a good trade. And my defense would have worked in terms of averaging down and being able to exit at break even. But at that time, I chose not to get out. And I said, okay, I'm not going to get out. I will use BABA as a hedge and Amazon as a hedge. And the hedges don't work. Sometimes the hedges don't work. And this is a good example of that. So, you know, learn from this. Learn from my losses here. You know, I'm definitely, you know, when I say, you know, comment got paid or learned a lesson if you lost money. And, you know, we're all learning here. You know, every trader is learning. Everyone, like, moving forward into the future, we're trading markets that never have been traded before. No one's traded tomorrow. No one's traded next year. Like, we're going into our uncharted territory. That's why you can ask somebody that's like 60, 70, 80 years old. They don't know where the market, if the market's going up or down tomorrow. They just know that they know how to protect themselves. They know how to take advantage of opportunities, and they know how to take advantage of the charts that they like to trade and the setups they like to trade. And, you know, the other trade I did, so I also bought a Microsoft. JDM, what's going on? Jose. Let's see here. I'm with you, Nick. My lesson is not letting them go for a small profit yesterday. I think it was like $8. Yeah, FC, we had the opportunity to get out of Apple, and we chose not to get out of Apple, and here we are. Profit was $3.29 because it was a strangle on the put side expire order. Matthew, $3.29 is good, man. $3.29 is good. Tim, why not buy the 150 call with a further out expiration? Tim, I was trying to work out some day trades. My original plan was to not hold them into today, and I didn't stick to the plan. So that's why it's good to have entry and exit plans when you're for profit or when it goes against you. But you have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to yourself. You know, that's like you gotta listen. You gotta listen to yourself. It's easy to think you could start imagining things. Okay, if Apple, I had 11 calls per account. If Apple went to 149, 150, like in here, like when it ramped up, if it went to 149, 150 in here, I would have made about $800, $700 to $800 per account. And so you start thinking like, okay, well, if that's how much money could be on the table, then the $100 risk doesn't seem so bad. You know, I only risked $117, right? So I only risked $117, but I could make $700. Okay, well, if I'm not going to make the $700, well, maybe I could make $100 or $2 day trading Alibaba or Amazon, and that's kind of you know, sometimes things just don't go to plan. Like we're definitely grateful. I'm definitely grateful to have trades like Microsoft, IBM, and BABA that paid out really well for me this week. But the day trades yesterday and today just sucked some of those profits out. So I mean, we're still closing up the week green, but we could have made a lot more money. So going into next week, January 11th, I bought the 100 put 105 call on Microsoft for $1.77. I wanted to go into the next week with some skin in the game to kind of get some trade ideas. I find that it's way easier for me. Like if I clear the decks, like if I had nothing going on, it's harder for me to kind of get going on a Monday saying, okay, you know, okay, let's place the first trade. Okay, the first trade you don't want to mess up. But since I already have a trade going into next week, I can adapt other trades around this Microsoft trades. Nick's gonna have to go through with his short GE deal. Yeah, I'll talk about GE in a minute. So on Microsoft, what I saw here, let's go to the daily chart. So I bought the 105 put, and I bought the 100 put, 105 call, and really what I was playing here was this resistance here on the 1 year. As you can see here at 102 in the last week or so, you know, this could easily bust through, of course. But if you're looking here, let's zoom in. right here at 102, 103 area. We hit it right here on December 28th. Came down lower, hit it again, came down lower to 97, and now we're back up here again. So it's not that I'm bearish on Microsoft. This is totally a technicals. This is totally a chart play. This has nothing to do being against Microsoft or thinking the market's going to go down next week or anything like that. I don't really know what the market's going to do next week based on the price action we've been having. But I was playing the chart and solely the chart, and if you take away all the news and all the building walls and all the crazy stuff, like if you take it all away, what's left is the chart. And the chart, if you just look at the chart, it's like, okay, well, probably resistance is here, but if the market is very strong, if the market is really strong, if the resistance is here, easily we'll be seeing 98, 97 area. I think. I don't think we'll be seeing like 94 next week unless we have some terrible catalyst that propels us lower and we have, 500 Dow down days or something like that. Which, I mean, I'm not saying that can happen. It could happen. I mean, it could definitely happen. Anything can happen in the markets. Like anything can happen. Like we had a 700 Dow update today. People didn't think that was going to happen. They were laying in short yesterday, thinking we're going to return to 2350, which I thought that too. But I still had bullish positions on BABA and IBM at close yesterday, and mainly is because I sold off all my puts. But also I couldn't bring myself to. I was talking about this in our Discord yesterday. I couldn't bring myself to short Alibaba at these levels. So that being said, if it does bust through, so we have the 105, we're looking here, give you some context here. We do have the 105 call. It's still within the expected range. However, I'm leaning bearish. But if we do break through 102, 103 area, I think it's going to go quick. Probably going to touch 106, 108. And if that's the case, we won't make as much money if it goes down, but we'll be in a nice position to break even, and we'll be in a nice position to make 80 to 100 bucks, and that's if the position goes against us. So I felt pretty safe about that going into next week. Tyler, what's going on? Yeah, Joshua Seal, big rip down. Have you thought about selling spreads on expiration? I do sell spreads like Theta Thursday. We coined it Theta Thursday, where we do sell spreads on Thursday going into Friday. But I've been very hesitant to do it. And it's days like today, I'm glad that I didn't sell a spread on it, because if you're looking at like SPY or SPX, or let's look at SPX. I mean, I know you guys trade a lot of SPY. I normally sell spreads on SPX. It's just kind of my preference. If it will load. If you're looking at these calls here on the S&Ps, the SPX here for today's expiration, and I sold the spread. These were up 1,000%, 1,600%, 1,800%. That means that when the gains are that large, the market was not expecting that move. It went beyond the expected move, and at that point, my spreads are going to have trouble. I mean, I could have sold puts, but at the same time, what if we had? It was very possible yesterday to have another 500 point down Dow day at close yesterday. Very possible. So I've been not selling spreads, and mainly because the times that I have done it in the last month, I've had to be really aggressive at playing defense, and I would say I would put up 400 in capital and only make back 50. And I had to be very aggressive in what's going on here. What's going on? Dude. Yes. Okay.
Daddy said it's the weekend today.
It's the weekend. I'll be off the stream in a second, bud.
Hey, Dad.
Yes.
We're gonna play Donkey Kong tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna play Donkey Kong tonight for sure, buddy.
For sure, Dad.
For sure. We're gonna play Donkey Kong, and we're gonna share a bag of gummy bears, man. Pound it.
Ooh.
Boom.
I want to send you enough.
Dude, you don't have a shirt on. All right. But yeah, that's why I haven't been selling spreads. My son's crashing the party here. Son is crashing the party. All right. Let's go. Abdul, what's going on? Richard, Hamed, thank you so much for the donations. I know that you guys gave those donations when I was having some issues with the stream. Say hi, Leo. What's going on? Hi. So, it's my boy Liam.
Daddy,
Yes.
I can't see because if I'm looking down, I can't
Yeah,
see front.
the camera's the camera's adjusted for me. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna finish up the stream. Okay. Thank you guys for being patient with me. If it's your first time here, this has been a very weird stream so far. Had issues going in on the and then now I think my son is trolling me. Hey, bud. Why don't you go upstairs? I'm almost done. We're almost done. Can't wait to get home from work, play Super Smash with my boy right now. Take care, man. Yeah. He looks like he woke up from his nap and decided to crash the stream, because why not? It's Friday. Anyways. All right. I probably everyone's just gonna hit the unsubscribe button now. We got a dislike. We got a dislike so far. Got one dislike. So if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button. If you're not, hit the dislike and hit unsubscribe. I prefer to see your boy than a giraffe. Yeah, Clint. It's hilarious that comment you left in Discord. Discovered your videos last night and saw you're streaming right now. Thanks for the content, Eddie. Thanks for joining us. If you watch the other live streams, they're not this hard. This has been I've been on the struggle bus with this live stream today. Wilfredo just unsubscribe. Peace. Take it easy. You know, what's one more hater in the world, right? That's probably Jeremy from Financial. You guys are brutal today. All right, enough about me. What's going on? What do you guys want to look at? Any stocks you want to look at? You guys said GE. You guys want to talk about GE. So I have a pact going with the UVH fam because I was not day trading. I wasn't after GE got into single digits. I made.
Look who's back.
Look who's back. All right, you want to sit here? You gotta let me finish here, Red. All right, you can hang out, but you gotta chill. You can hold my Coke. You can hold my Coke. And when I say, "Can I have some Coke?" you can say, "Here you go." Okay. Okay, you got it. Okay, got the Coke. Okay, good. So GE, I said I'm not. The only time that I'm going to trade GE is when it gets back over $10, and I will not buy puts. I'm sorry, I will not buy calls. I'll never buy calls on GE. I'll only trade short.
I could tell you something. I forgot to close the door.
Okay, go ahead, close the door. So I'm waiting for it to get to $10. It looks like we got a little ways to go. It's got to get above 9, obviously. It's got to get above 9, but I'm hoping, I hope GE comes back to 10 or 11. I really do. So it's hard for me personally. Once it gets down below 10, it's harder for me to squeeze the juice out of it. It's harder for me to make money on it. And overall, it's, I don't want to sound like snobby or cocky or anything like that, but there's other stocks that are better worth my time. than trading GE. And yes, you can make, people are saying, well, you can make, 600%, 700%. And we did make 700%, 800%, 1,000%, when it was coming down. We did make that money. But now that when it got down like below 8 and stuff, it really was really hard to get the timing right and to get to where it was going to go. Let's talk about Sears. It's been a while. Richard, Sears is actually there was some news out today regarding Sears, saying that they may not secure the financing and they're going to have to liquidate possibly. I was really surprised. I said at the beginning of 2018 there's going to be a lot of retailers that aren't going to make it to Christmas.
Daddy, look at this.
There's going to be a lot of retailers that don't make it to Christmas, and I really honestly do not believe Sears is going to make it to 2019 Christmas. I do not believe.
Testing.
I do not. We're live, like with people watching. There's a lot of people watching right now. There's a lot of people watching right now. So I got like 10 more minutes. I'll be right up. So for Sears, I don't think they're going to make it. They got delisted. They're now SHLDQ. I mean, anything with a Q on it, it's a pink sheet stocks. As if you guys watch The Wolf of Wall Street, you kind of see how those go and why people sell those to you. So, Facebook. Jose Ford puts. Let's go look at Ford 850 puts. It's like I said, stock like for me under $10, it's just hard. Like I'm not trading Snap, I'm not trading like Fitbit, I'm not trading Ford, I'm not trading GE. Under $10 for me, it's just hard. I mean, people in our options trading groups have been making money on GE and Ford and stuff. But honestly, like for me, it's hard for me to make money. So, and this is what I was talking about on on Wednesday. If you haven't seen my video from Wednesday, it was pretty motivational. I went through kind of like my story as a trader and where I came from and where I'm going and blah, blah, blah. But one of the things with that is you have to customize your trading. Like, don't just trade off of what I trade. You got to think for yourself. Like you have to develop a trading style that fits your personality, fits the time that you have to trade. Like I said on Wednesday, I have a lot more time to trade than most people. You may not have as much time. Let's say, I'm able to sit at my desk all day, but let's say you had a 9 to 5 and you got meetings and you got this and you got that. You have to adjust your strategy based on your schedule too. So the time that you have to trade also has to fit into your strategy. But Facebook in terms of where it looks like, I mean, this looks like very bullish momentum. However, back in here, as you can see here, it looked bullish down in here too. It was uptrending since November 19th all the way up to December 19th and then dropped like a rock. And now we're going back up. But if you're looking at this, we've pointed this out before where it's dangerous going long on a stock. We can make money. Yes, we've made money on Facebook. You can make money on Facebook when it drops and rips up. But on the long term, let's say you were to buy calls like a month or two out. You got to be careful because of a stock like this. If you're looking here, this high is here. This high is lower. Then 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 this high is lower. So when a stock keeps making lower highs, you gotta be very, 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 very careful that you don't get stuck in a long position. If you're trading it, let's say you're like a lot of the positions that I traded today, I wasn't thinking long term. I was thinking 24, 48 hours, right? So when I placed a trade on Wednesday, I was only trying to get through the next day. I wasn't thinking long term, or I wasn't thinking. But in the back of your mind, this is why I compare. This is why I use the 15-minute chart along with the daily chart to kind of find points of resistance and support, and also to find what the overall trend is of the stock. And a stock like this is a very good example of, people are going to be like, okay, it could come to 150 and break this trend, but right now it hasn't broken the trend of making lower highs. So far the trend has not been broken. If we go to 150, I would definitely, like for me, I would probably buy 160 calls or maybe 170. Definitely, if we break over this high and we get to 150, I would definitely be entertained at getting the 160 calls. But you got to break through the highs first. And right now, this stock is just downtrending. And each high, it rips up, but it doesn't hold. And then it pushes up, but never gets back to where it was. So there's a lot of people that are trapped up here. When it gets a pop, these people are thinking to themselves like, okay, this is best case. I didn't have as much as I lost. I have a smaller loss than I did yesterday. Okay, I'll take the money and redeploy it somewhere else, or I'll just sit in cash, wait for a rainy day and deploy my capital then. How do I start trading with options when I only have $500 in my account? Michael, I think that I have a video on here about starting trading options with $500 in your account. I think I do. Actually, 100% positive I do. But I did it like 4 months ago. You think BAC on a come up with earnings coming up? Adele, this is going to be a very, 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 very interesting earnings season, mainly because the market has dropped so much. And if the earnings are bad, we could be in serious trouble. If the earnings are good, it'll be interesting to see if it tries to save the market, or if the earnings are good and the stock market doesn't move. And if the earnings are good, and then the stock market doesn't move, we're gonna be in trouble. Yeah. So like earnings is definitely gonna be a gamble. Earnings are usually a gamble, but this is earnings are definitely gonna be a gamble. This January, things are gonna swing a lot, or they're not gonna swing at all. It's gonna be very interesting. Also, politically, we got some, I don't want to call it turmoil, but there's some stink going on. We got some issues. Joshua, thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate you. I have a great time interacting with you on a day-to-day basis. Appreciate it, man. Scott, my first option, 132, put it on Baba. Oh yeah, the one thing I did want to talk about was on Baba. The reason why, this is another one, the reason why I didn't want to go short yesterday on Baba, even though yesterday I was saying go short, go short, go short, I didn't go short, and mainly because if you're looking at this 129 area, it bounced here, and it bounced here hard last time, back in October. It hit 130, and the next day it was up at 141. If you look here, December, Christmas Eve, December 24th, it hit 129.77. Next day, it hit a high of like 138. Then, yesterday, we're back down here, 129 area, 130 area. What does it do today? Hits 139, a high of 140, like 141. So, that's why I say, that's why I put the Microsoft trade on. And that's why I put on that Baba trade. It wasn't because I was betting against the market or, this was mainly just a chart play. Straight out chart play. No news, no anything. I was just reading the chart and playing the chart. And, sometimes the things align like this and it works out great. Now, if it broke down here, obviously I had the 126 puts to recover, but it could have went, if it broke 130, 129, we could have probably opened 130. I mean, sorry, 120, 125, pretty easily. So, but this was on Baba, I'm not like the Baba whisperer or anything like that. I'm just playing the chart as it's giving me, the opportunities. Earnings will set up post-earnings plays as well. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this earnings season because the day trades are going to be on deck. Like last earnings season, we had a lot of fun day trading and trading after earnings are released. So after the report comes out, we then find out what the price action is, and then we make our move. And we made some good money last quarter, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of people here made a lot of money, and it was a lot of fun. Nick Barron, what do you think about the 109 call, 14 cents for next week? Barron, I think that's going to be a stretch on Microsoft, the 109 call. I mean, it could work. It could work, but right now the chart is telling me it's got to break through 102, 103 area first. If we do, I definitely think 107, 108 area, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. How many times have you guys seen the market reverse on big up days? If you're looking at the S&Ps, it's a chart. We had it looking stronger. This is looking, if you're looking, let's say when we get to August 2019, is this going to be one of those charts where it fell down to 2350 and then recovered back up to 2700, or is this just like that Facebook chart that I showed you another leg down? Like if you're looking at the S&Ps and we go back to let's go back to 2015 is a good example right here. And all the data and everything that I get you guys, it's available to everybody. I'm just reading the charts as I see it. So, this chart's not exactly the same, but it's kind of shaping up. So we went down a lot in December. We went down crazy. We had like 10 down days before we got a green day. Now, if you're looking at this chart, this is 2015, we went from 2000 all the way down to 1860, and you're like, well, that's not that big, but this is a big percentage move. This is a big percentage move when the S&Ps is only 2000. This is a big percentage move. But is it going to be like, okay, we got some churn and burn, and then are we going to recover? Or is it going to be like people were thinking, okay, we went down, then we came back up, and then we started to consolidate. Looked like it was bullish. Looked like it was bullish up in here from the 1900s all the way to 2000, and then got rejected. Came back down to 1800. So when I'm looking at the chart right now, I'm thinking something similar to this. However, to get bullish, we need a catalyst. Earnings have to be on point. We need the government to kind of take a step back and allow the markets to do what they want to do. Right now, the markets are reacting a lot to politics, and that's never a good thing. But that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Is like if you kind of compare this and we go up to where we are right now. We had a huge down move, and now we're starting to recover. We're 200 points, almost 200 points higher on the S&Ps from where we were. What's up, Wally? But that doesn't mean we can't go back down to 2350. I was actually looking for another 2350 retest. A lot of you guys that I've been chatting with in Discord or on Facebook know this, but so far that hasn't happened. We've just been playing the charts as they're giving us. Like yesterday I thought, okay, we failed here. I was getting kind of concerned because if you're looking at the S&Ps the last couple of days, 2520, it failed once and it failed twice here in 2500 area. 2500 to 2520 has been giving us problems since last Friday. We could have easily, then we gapped down and then we went lower. We could have easily seen sub 2400 today. We could have easily seen sub 2400 today. But instead we saw above 2500. And we broke above the 2520 range. We hit 2538. So where do you place strangles at the top middle price range? Crypto, I usually have a bullish skew strangle or a bearish skew strangle. However, this week I did have some exceptions. I did put a neutral strangle on IBM. I did put a neutral strangle on Microsoft, both which paid out. So it depends. It depends on the pricing and also where do you think the market is going, What else? Today's range 24.74 to 25.38. Yeah, I mean that was insane. That was insane. That was an insane move. And the thing was about today is, we needed an up day, sure. Give you that. We had some down days. We had, it's been bad. But I feel like it's hard to stick just because, as you guys know, just because Trump says, there's a deal on the table with China. How many times have he said that? And how many times do we have something actually written and signed? Zero times. And the market goes up, and then the market goes up, and we actually go down lower than we were before, causing more havoc and more damage. The Fed says, hey, we're going to kind of monitor things. We're not sure about the rate hikes. We'll see how the economy does. I guarantee if the S&Ps go back up to 2,700, 2,800, 2,900, they're rolling out those rates like hotcakes. They're just they're gonna roll those rates out, and it'll be what it is, But at the same time, like we talked about this before on a couple streams, is we did some research. Over the last 50 years, only 2 times has there been multiple red years in a row. Only two occurrences in the last 50 years have there been multiple red years in a row. And the last time we had 2 red years in a row was 2008. Or actually, no, it was way before that. It was actually 2000. Sorry, 2000. 2008 was the last red year we had, but it was a single red year, 2008. Then 2018 we had a red year. So are we going to have a red year in 2019? Are we going to have a green year? I mean, odds are green, but at the same time, the market doesn't do what you want it to do ever. You know what I mean? So, with that little tidbit of information, we are at the top of the hour. It's been a very fun stream for me, very entertaining. If it's your first time here, say what up. If you like the stream, if you enjoy the content, let's remake history 3 years in a row, like the Bulls, 3 peats. Hit the like button. Definitely appreciate everyone that watches, everyone that interacts. A lot of people here. I just want to say thank you to helping people out. People leave comments that are questions about how to trade or how to do certain things, and the more experienced traders step up. And if that's you, definitely thank you for that. It definitely helps out the community. The people are appreciated because they had their question answered. They're able to, start trading with a little bit more confidence. And really what UVH is about is just positivity, bringing out the best in us, focusing on who we are, making the best trades that we can make, learning from our mistakes. I made more mistakes than I usually do, than I'd like to, but sometimes the mistakes are needed. So Xavier, what's going on? You guys have a great weekend. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. First time here, hit subscribe. It's always us versus herd. Stay green. Have a great weekend.